The information and services contained in this program are intended for educational and entertainment purposes only and are not intended as investment advice. Producers of this content are not responsible for the accuracy or validity of any information contained herein. Please consult your financial advisor prior to any investment decisions.
I'm Anjali Young. I am the co-founder and chief community officer at a company called Abridged. We are the makers of Collab.Land. What Collab.Land does is when you join a community, it allows anyone that's a project, brand, DAO, NFT project to be able to create a community using their tokens. So if you have NFTs or if you have fungible tokens and you want to say, hey, I only want to let people into my group chat or my chat platform, people that belong to that community, we check the public blockchain to make sure that they have the correct requirements. So first I'm going to start with telling you a little bit about Collab.Land. So we are Abridged. We started in 2018 as a wallet company. If you can imagine 2018 crypto, the fear wasn't that you're going to get scammed out of your private key or that you're going to give away your seed phrase or you're going to click on a QR code and it's going to drain your wallet. That wasn't the real fear. The fear back in 2018, if you can imagine it, was you lose your private key. That was it. You lost your private key. Maybe it was on your phone and your phone died, or you got run over, or you got a new laptop and didn't back up what you had on it. So the biggest fear was losing your private key or losing your seed phrase. So our first product at Abridged was a wallet with social recovery. Now, it didn't get much traction, partially because we were going into the bear market, partially because there weren't enough people that were interested in wallets in 2018. I mean, it's hard to imagine now, but there was a time where it was very difficult to get people interested in crypto. So we pivoted after 2 years of knocking on every single door at that point. We switched and pivoted to a no-code tooling platform. So this no-code tooling platform was an opportunity for developers to start building in crypto, building apps in crypto. So then we'd have more users. The goal always being from the beginning to have onboarding, mass adoption and onboarding as many people as possible into crypto. So we moved to this no-code tooling and we thought, well, if we can get more stuff to do, then we can get more people that are going to want to do it. That's where we were. Now, Collab.Land started in spring of 2020. As you know, there was lockdown. We created our own DAO called the Collab.19 DAO to get grants from people that were willing to support others who needed money and funding during this time of COVID. And so the planes were grounded. All of the meetups that we had been going to now were completely canceled, and we were all kind of stuck at home. The crypto community, our IRL community, which is what we had up till then, could no longer meet. And so Collab.Land was created just to fill our own need. So we had this DAO. How do we get the people into a chat together that we know are members of our DAO? And the way we did it is upon entering into the chat, we would take your public wallet address. You would attest that that wallet address belonged to you. So I would join into a Telegram group. I would say, yes, this public wallet address belongs to me, Anjali. And then Collab.Land would read the public wallet address. No other permissions, just reading your public wallet address to see if you have the correct tokens in order to enter the chat. Now, this was in the spring of 2020. Very quickly, DAOs started using us. If you can imagine, 2.5 years ago now, there weren't that many people in DAOs. DAOs were still a pretty small space. And so when Collab.Land started being used in our Collab.19 DAO, then it kind of really took off within the DAO community. So pretty soon you had all the major DAOs, Moloch DAOs, Metacartel, using Collab.Land. Shortly afterwards, social tokens took off. Investment groups started collecting their whales. If you can imagine that, after 2016, 2017, when we had the ICO boom, there was still a lot of tokens. People still held a lot of tokens from that time. So now there was a new way to use those tokens. Now you can have whale communities. If someone owned 10,000 of token X and 20,000 of token Y. Now you can create groups. In these groups, you saw a lot of deal flow, people able to come back together and maybe revive their community or the holders of the tokens from before, try to bring some energy back into those projects. In the spring of 2021, that's when NFTs really started using Collab.Land. It started first with just a few small communities, Bored Ape being one of them. And after that, I was like, wait a second. This tool that we thought was a DAO tool to bring DAO people together is perfect for NFT communities. So now you have all these 10,000 PFP communities coming up. And what do they have in common? They have shared ownership. They may have decision making that's going on at this point. There's people having an opportunity to contribute to these projects. Maybe, yes, you're coming up. Are my slides up? Oh boy. All right, let's see. Here we go. I talked a little bit about this, which was when Collab.Land started. We were kind of in the right time and place. When you think about it, the image I shared here is like people in masks, grounded, frustrated, confused, unsure what to do. A lot of people having a lot of tragedy in their family, and that's where our Collab.19 DAO came in. Here in spring of 2021, that's when Collab.Land started getting used by NFT communities. These are some of the NFT communities. These are some of my NFTs from those communities. And now, from starting with that very first experiment, which was Collab.Land, which was really just a way to say, hey, use our no-code tooling. You can make your own app too. Look at this app that we created simply for our needs. Why don't you all go out and make apps for your needs? Well, what happened with that is everybody wanted Collab.Land. Now we're at here in October of 2022, we have 6.5 million wallets connected, and we manage over 41,000 tokenized communities. So what started off as a little experiment for our own purposes of how do we solve this problem we have, we got here. And when people ask, like, how did you come up with the idea? My answer is solve your problem. Like, you're the experts in this space right now. If you're in crypto right now, you're in Web3 right now, you're in a position to solve problems that you're seeing and do it because you're in the best place to do it. There isn't going to be somebody coming from the outside trying to solve your problems. You really have to solve them yourself. That is my best advice about after seeing the success that we've had with Collab.Land. I mean, second, I'll give you a little bit more, which is listen to the people who are using you. Like, we've been a community-guided project from the beginning, and so right now, the people that are here in this space that are using your project, like, they care. They're the explorers, they're the adventurers, like, they're gonna be willing to engage with you. So keep as tight of a relationship with you can, even with the very first early adopters. Okay, so what is an NFT community? When you think about it, like I said, in spring of 2021, NFT communities started using Collab.Land. Now, you wouldn't think NFT community DAO, like, what's the relationship there? And what I'm sharing with you today is there is a relationship, and I think out loud about what that means for us and what that means for Web3, but anyway, let me get to my points. So it's shared ownership in a collection. If you think about some of the examples from the previous page, you have like Dead Fellas or Subducks or World of Women, Bored Ape, Accutars, and Axie. You think about what that is, and it is meant to be, you're meant to be easily identifiable as part of a group. So maybe you have your own individual asset ownership or token ownership, but you're meant to be identified as part of a group, which is very similar to a DAO, and that creates a feeling of a mission, a joint identity from the beginning. Here you have the opportunity to contribute to the group. You admin and mod teams for these communities, they need support. Marketing on Twitter, if you think about that way. Memes, really, I should have put memes right after marketing, but like this is the meme economy. We're in an attention economy right now. And so you can participate in bringing value to your community by your efforts. So it's the future of work. If you're involved in DAO circles at all, you will know that language gets thrown around a lot, which is I get to participate during my time when I want to in my skill set that is going to be able to help this community. And that's the future of work, where we all are able to participate our interests, our best selves, things that excite us the most in our own personal time, in the time that works best for us. Like for me, I'm a night owl. It's very difficult for me to function outside of that. And so now I can participate at night the way I want in the communities that I want to be in. And also, if you're in any communities right now, there is community-guided governance, which is like a lot of the NFT communities are using snapshot voting. I know a lot of people are new to DAOs, but voting and governance is a major part of what a DAO is and what DAO behavior is like, where you take the membership and you take a vote. People make proposals and they determine the direction of the community or the direction of the DAO in the same way it's happening in NFT communities. So then it begs the question, do all Web3 roads, which is tokens, ownership, lead to DAOs, or is it the tool that defines the behavior? Like I said, Collab.Land started as a DAO tool. NFT communities started using Collab.Land, and now we're in a situation where NFT communities are behaving in DAO-like ways. So really, I'm bringing this up as an open discussion. And I have 1 minute. Oh boy. An open discussion, which is this. You tell me, Collab.Land, the purpose of Collab.Land was to build positive Web3 communities where everyone that's a member of that community has skin in the game. They have aligned incentives, whether it be that they got in through financial commitment or through sweat equity. They've somehow bought into that community. And trolls are not valued. One special part about having an online tokenized community is you can kick somebody out of the community. That does not mean you're taking away their asset. They still hold that membership whether or not they get to participate anymore. However, because you can remove them, you're able to remove trolls. And the community itself is incentivized to remove trolls when you think about it, because the ad-driven networks of Web 2, we don't share in Web 3. And so if there's somebody in your community that's bringing everybody down, you're going to want to get rid of them because you're there to work. So Collab.Land, what's happening with Collab.Land? I'm not going to have time to tell you what's happening with Collab.Land. However, come find me. I'm Anjali. And on Twitter and on Farcaster, I'm Dama De Roca. Collab.Land is our company, and it is collab_land_. And we're changing our branding on Wednesday, so you're all getting a sneak peek of our new robot. Naming contest is coming. But yeah, he still has our old hands from our original logo. But yeah, this is what's coming. Anyway, thank you so much for putting up with our challenges today, and I just really appreciate being here. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Anjali.